Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. The reason I smile is because I made time, in time. Finally, joining at 12 as scheduled. Give me 1 second. I'm not sure if... There we go. Yesterday we didn't have a concert because my meetings and what came up at work took precedence, and I couldn't join. But today's concert and yesterday's technically have been merged into one today. So we share the ideas that came about yesterday, as well as some of them that came out today, in the line of observations, understandings, and realizations. Today's curation is thank you. The journey of my thank yous, if I may say. As we reflect upon life, connecting the dots, trying to learn the meaning of whatever has happened, trying to learn the lessons in whatever has happened. Trying to see how we have grown. So, today we'll talk about the thank yous, or the journey of my thank yous. But before we start on this journey, maybe a song. सुन लेना कोरी पुकार क्यों रूसा रूसा है मेरे यार सुन लेना कोरी पुकार क्यों रूसा रूसा है मेरे यार सुन ले मैं तेरी पुकार आज रसिया रसिया दिल मेरे यार सुन ले मैं तेरी पुकार आज रसिया रसिया दिल मेरे सुन लेना Thank you. This song is about love saying, listen to the silence. Can you listen to my silence? love says, yes, I do. I can hear your silence, and my heart is filled with love as I hear your silence, as I'm in your silence, as I'm with your silence. That's what the song's interpretation is for me. And I believe today's start to our discussion on the curation of the journey of my thank yous should be with the song, because the song is the full circle of that journey, which we'll talk about. So imagine a movie that started with the end itself. And we're going to go through this movie or journey to reach this end per se. So the journey of my thank yous begins with my parents, who came together to bloom their love for each other. And as a result, here I am. And if they hadn't come together, let us say, I don't know if I'll be here talking or telling the story. So firstly, a thank you to the parents whose love brought us and gave us the opportunity to participate in this journey. Then as I grew, be it my grandma, my uncles, aunts, brothers, sisters, cousins, the extended family, everyone played a part in my well-being, be it then, be it now. How? By showing me either what to do or what not to do. What's good, what's bad. And thus enabling me to take those baby steps in the right direction. So a shout out and a thank you to the family. And also friends, the most beautiful relationship there can be, because it's not connected in any form or fashion other than two people coming together who believe they're in sync with their ideas, thoughts, and their interests, and just get along. Friendship. And these friends, back when I was a child, to when I grew up as a teenager, to an adult, and even now, they always encouraged me to take the steps that were in good health, not to try or get into habits of substances, be it cigarettes or drinking or whatnot, which they might or they would have tried or done, but always encouraging me not to. even at this age, yeah? Because it's very easy to leave the highway and take an exit and get lost somewhere in this journey of life. So having these friends who are driving along with you, even as an adult, even as a child or a kid, who help you, guide you, tell you what's best for you, show you what's best for you, by just being a friend, yeah? They don't judge you, they just are there. So thank you to them for showing the way, showing the direction, and for them being themselves and no one else with me, so I can be myself. See, is that me? Knock, knock, knock. Mirror on the wall, who do I see? Is that me? Is that me? Is that you? Or is that what's in between? Is that me? Is that you? Or is that what's in between? Knock, knock. Mirror on the wall, who do I see? Brown eyes, blue jeans, this feeling love. Is that me? Gray hair, these thoughts of despair. Is that me? Is that me? Is that you? Or is that what's in between? Knock, knock, knock. Mirror on the wall, who do I see? Now I see. Now I see. Now I see. Now I see. You reflect in me, me reflecting you, all that's in between, all that's in between, all that's in between, all that's in between. So as I thank my family and friends for helping me along the way by shining their light on my path, as they rode on their path or in their lane in the same direction as I. It helped, especially in the times when I needed some light, some support, some help, especially in those times. The family and friends, by them being themselves, telling what's best for me, showing me the way, sharing their light and love helps and helps. And as I take those baby steps on my own pursuits or in my own pursuits, I realize as I'm driving down the highway here, trying to get to work, every person is driving safely around me, following the rules, making sure we're going comfortably and safely towards wherever we are headed. And in the same way, in my life, when I look back for the 50 years, for all those people who came, whom I didn't even talk to or know about or said anything, like those driving safely in the lane next to me as I'm headed to work, making sure there's no crashes and whatnot, enabling me to get to my work one way or directly or indirectly, let me put it that way. A sense of gratitude does come. Not that they did something for my safety as well as it was for their safety as well, but the point is, as we travel and move forward in our life, one step at a time, one day at a time, there are so many people whom we don't know who are involved in our well-being, in our good health, in our success, be it at work, be it the person who is, driving the train, let's say, or the bus, the pilots, if we're traveling, that is, those feeding us food, be it restaurants or someplace else. So many people who come together to help us get where we want to go, be where we want to be. So when we start thanking each one of them, it becomes a community that we thank, our community, the people with whom we are surrounded by, and the strangers, right, whom we don't know, part of the community. A thank you does come. So from immediate parents, immediate family, to extended family, to friends, to teachers, to colleagues, right, to strangers, and all those who are enabling us to move forward in our path, which is the community, comes into a picture, and we say thank you. And the community is usually a place, belongs to a place. Let's say Naperville, let's say Chicago, let's say Hubli, Bangalore, Tokyo, right? Sri Lanka, Colombo, whatever. Different cities, different communities that we belong to. A sense of gratitude to the place comes up. Thank you to, let's say, Naperville, you know where I live. Or thank you to Hubli, thank you to Colombo, thank you to Rome, right? Bangalore, whatever, Goa, right? Different places that we live in and we are part of, whose people help us to be where we are today, to help us every day with every step. But thank you to them comes up, to the community and to the place. And if we expand that further, thank you to the country, right? You know, community is there, but yes, I was born in India, so thank you to all the Indians, yeah? Which is, you know, also my family, friends who are there, etc. Also comes up. Because if that place wasn't there, be it the city or whatnot, maybe my parents wouldn't have come together, and I wouldn't have. And if that country wasn't there, that place wouldn't have come in the first place. And the community, and the family, friends, and whatnot. So thanking the country. So from parents, siblings, friends, teachers, to community, to strangers, to place to which we belong, and the country, a thank you does come up. And you know where this is going, but before we go further, how about a song? माझं प्रेम तुझं प्रेम हे एक प्रेम my love your love all one love प्रेम प्रेमात आहे प्रेम love fall in love प्रेम प्रेमा संग प्रेम with love प्रेमासाठी प्रेम love for love smiles, tears, hopes, हसू रडू पेक्षा आपण करू आलं जन्मलं हे सगळं प्रेमात प्रेम काय हरवलं आणि काय मिळवलं सगळं हे विरगळ प्रेमात अरे प्रेमात प्रेम What I get and all that's lost friend everything is meant to merge one day into love. I'm in love, love. You're in love, love. All in one love. माझ्या प्रेमात तू तुझ्या प्रेमात मी आपल्या प्रेमात तो आणि त्याच्या प्रेमात प्रेम love Pray, oh love, pray, love, oh pray, love. Thank you. So as we say our thank yous to the country to which the place belongs to, in which the community is, of which our friends and family are, and we say thank you. It's inevitable that we come to realize the country, the place, the community, the friends, family, bees, birds, everyone belongs to this Mother Earth. The earth to which we belong to. Part of which all of us are, everything is. And then we realize, be it the tides or the different weather patterns, are all because of the moon and the sun. The moon that goes round the earth, causing the tides to rise, causing the emotions. If it wasn't for her, what would we have on earth? And the sun, the source of all energy. If it wasn't for him, can't even imagine. So thank you to Mother Earth, to the moon, to the sun. Looking at a car backing up. So, as I was saying, thank you to Mother, the moon, the sun, without whom the country wouldn't be there. The place wouldn't be there. The community wouldn't be there. The family, friends. No one. And as I say my thank you to the sun and the moon and the earth, then the whole galaxy comes into picture, without which the sun, moon and the earth wouldn't be there. All the planets, all the stars, the Milky Way, the center around which, this galaxy travels as well. A thank you comes to the whole universe, yeah? The stars, the planets, asteroids, you name it, because if even one of them wasn't there, then the sun, the moon, the earth, the planets wouldn't be where they are today. And I wouldn't be there because they wouldn't be there. You see where I'm going with this? So from my parents to my grandpa and grandma and siblings, to friends, to colleagues, to teachers, to community, to the place, to the country, to the earth, to the moon, to the sun, to the planets, asteroids and the galaxy. A thank you comes because without them we wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. It's all connected. One. This whole universe, as we call it, as we see it, as we perceive it, a thank you. And we are part of that universe. And the universe is part of us. The journey of my thank you would have ended here until one day a realization dawned that all of this that we talk about, the universe, the light, the sun, the moon, the earth, the water, us, community, galaxy, asteroids, you name it, all the different aspects of this universe, they've all come and exist in space. The dark, empty space that we think when we thought as empty, right? But everything, the earth exists in space, the moon exists in space, the sun exists in space. So do we. This infinite space that we think is empty, from which all of these came, and in which, let's say the black hole, for example, in which all of them merge back. So the whirlpool, the Big Bang, which we perceive, right? It's all a whirlpool, in the shape of a whirlpool, that created the light, the sun, the universe, and the planet. And the whirlpool of the space, which are the different black holes, which again digest all this what has been created. Everything came from this space, manifested, and everything is going back into this space. And the beauty of it is, if we look at every atom, which is made out of the positive, the negative, and the neutral, electron, proton, neutron, as they say it, the accelerator, the brake, and the driver. It's only 0.001% is what I've heard. All this positive, negative, and neutral. Rest of it is just empty space within us, within each atom. So 99% of all matter and everything is just the empty space. Because every atom, 99% or more, is just empty space. And when we say thank you to this empty space, the infinite empty space, out of which, within which, for which, the whole universe, the planets, the sun, you, me, bees, birds, moon, stars, everything came from which, within which, for which. And that's what fills us up as well. A thank you comes, a gratitude comes. And with that gratitude, a realization that I say what if because it's a realization. What if this space that we think is empty, perceive it as empty, is filled with love? Be it within the atom, be it within the universe that we see, within us and outside, in everything and everyone. 99% is love, from which all are born, and in which all go back. So, I'm born from my parents from grandparents, so on and so forth, going back to the beginning of humanity and species and life on earth, and then earth, moon, sun, the different planets, the galaxy, if we go back and back and back. And then the point of origin from which the whole universe manifested. All of it contained in the infinite space. And for me, that space is love, because only in love do we realize there is birth. Only with love is birth. And only for love there is birth of ideas, of feelings, of deeds, of actions, of words. And only in love, in that acceptance, when we are in love, where we accept the other, whatever comes our way, in gratitude, be it positive or negative, we realize the love that accepts it all. And in that realization, we hear the silence of love. The the silence of love, or the silence of the space within us, outside of us. And in that silence, in that hearing, in that resonance, we find ourselves in love, the ever-eternal love, from which everything is born, and in which everything merges. So this life, the essence of it, is born from love, in love, with love. Thank you for being here today. Hope to catch you tomorrow, same time, same place, 12 noon CST, to talk about another realization and to see the past concepts, read the books, or some of the ideas as well. You may review at abhi.dhiyogi.org. That's abhi.dhiyogi.org. Thank you.